Hello guys, today's class we're going to be speaking about the number patterns. Number patterns. Number patterns. In number patterns we have arithmetic. The first one is arithmetic. Arithmetic. The second one we have a quadratic. Quadratic, and then the third one we have geometric sequences. So I'm going to start with the arithmetic sequencing. In arithmetic sequencing, you have to know the formula. The formula is Tn. This is a general formula. To find a general formula is Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 and d. This a is your first term, is your first term in your sequence. It's your first term in your sequence, and d is the difference. It's the difference between the terms in the sequence. Difference. So now let's say, for example, you have a sequence. This sequence is 2, 4, 6, 8 going upwards. Then you have to find the general term of this sequence. So what you do, you know that this one is your T1, is your T2, T3 and T4. So in order for us to find d is the same as equals to T2 minus T1, and this is still equals to T3 minus T4, T2, and this is still the same as T4 minus T3. So in other words, some people prefer to write these arrows. Then you say, what is 2 minus 4 minus 2 is going to be give you 2, and then 6 minus 4 is going to give you 2, 8 minus 6 is going to give you 2. So now when we have this is our d, which means your d is going to be 2, and your a is the first term, which means your a is going to be also 2. So when we write our sequence, the general formula for our sequence is going to be Tn equals to 2 plus in brackets n minus 1 multiplied by 2. So you can simplify this. It's going to give you 2 plus 2n minus 2. Then this will cancel with this. Then you're going to be remaining with 2n. Therefore, which means our general formula Tn equals to 2n. So if you put, for example, we need T5. T5, it have to give us 10. Then if you say T5, then it's going to be 2 in brackets 5, which is going to give us 10. So which means this is our general formula. So now let's go in the same sequence, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Let's go now and to talk about the sum. You know that if you have to first add the sum, the S1 is the same as T1, and then S2 is the same as T1 plus T2, which is still the same as S1 plus T2, and then S3 is the same as T1 plus T2 plus T3, which is equals to, we know that T1 and plus T2 is S2, which is the same as T2 plus T3, and then S4 going exactly the same way, then which means like that, which means your S4 is going to be S3 plus T4, if you can check. So now the general formula for the sum formula for arithmetic is Sn equals to n over 2 in brackets 2a plus in brackets n minus 1d. n minus 1d. So that's the general formula for what? That's the general formula for arithmetic. So let's say we want to find a sum of 3 numbers for this arithmetic. If we say S, remember this is T1, T2, T3 and T4. So if we say S4, S3 is going to be n over is going to be 3 over 2 in brackets 2, where there is a, we put the first term is 2 minus plus, okay, n is our n is 3 now, which means we're going to say 3 minus 1 over our d. There is 2 already, we already calculated it. So this is the same as 3 over 2 in brackets 4 plus 3 minus 1 is going to give us 2 times 2 is plus 4, whereby this is going to be, sorry, is 2, yeah, it's going to be 3 minus 1 is 2 times, yeah, then this is going to be 3 over 2 in brackets 8. So if we calculate this, 8 minus divided by 2 is going to be 4, so which means the answer now is going to be 12, ne? So let's see if we can add this term and this one and this one. Are we going to get 12? So if we add 2, if we can say 2 plus 4 plus 6, obviously speaking, is 12. So which means our formula, it works. So take into account that the formula for arithmetic, for some formula for arithmetic is Sn equals to n over 2 in brackets 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula for arithmetic. So now let's go to do the one for quadratic sequencing. For quadratic sequencing, we are going to deal with the formula. The general formula that we have to get is Tn equals to a n squared plus bn plus c. So this is the general formula for quadratic. This is a general formula for quadratic. General formula for quadratic. So in quadratic formula, you're going to have a T1, for example. Let me give you T1, T2, T3, T4, going upwards. So the difference, when you calculate for the first difference, the numbers, they won't be the same. You are going to arrive in arithmetic in the first difference. You're going to arrive in arithmetic. Then when you calculate the second difference, that's when you're going to get the common difference. You're going to get the common difference in the second difference. But the first one, you arrive in arithmetic sequencing. So you're going to see when I'm going to give you an example now. So let's say we have 2, 9, 18, 29, and 42. And then going upwards. So now if we calculate like that, let's say 9 minus 2, we're going to get 7. 18 minus 9, we're going to get 9. 29 minus 18, we're going to get 11. And then 42 minus 29, we're going to get 42 minus 29, we're going to get 13. Yeah, 13, we're going to get 13. So now if you can check 13, yeah, we're gonna get 13. So if you can check now, if we can do the second difference, this one minus 9 minus 7, you're gonna get 2. 11 minus 9, you're gonna get 2. 13 minus 11, you're gonna get 2. So now you can use, I'm going to show you the first simple method you can use to guide the general formula for quadratic. The first thing, because here is in second difference, you say 2a equals to, you take it equals to that, then you divide by 2, you're going to get your a equals to 1. Then when you write your formula now, it's going to be Tn equals to n squared, our a is 1 plus b n plus c. So now you're going to be looking for b and c. So find b is 3a plus b is equals to, you take it equals to, if we are using the simple one, we take this row, equals to 7, and you substitute 1 there, you're going to get b equals to 7 minus 3, né? which is going to give you 7 minus 3 is going to give you 4. So now your B is 4. Then to find C, you're going to say A plus B plus C equals to, you take this one, then it's going to be equals to 2. Then after that you substitute A and B. A and B is going to be 1 plus 4, which is 5. Right? This one is 5. Your C is going to be 2 equals to 2 minus 5, which you're going to get C as equals to minus 3. So now we can write this general formula as equals to n squared, and then our B was 4 plus 4n, and then our C was minus 3. This is your general formula. This is your general formula for what? This is your general formula to find for this equation. So you can do them in the both many ways. The second way is very complicated, but let me show you how to do it. Second way, we're going to first, in that equation, we're going to first find that a 2a, which was equals to 2, it implies that our a is going to be equals to 1. Then when we have this, we're going to take in our equation, in our T1. If you use T1, you're going to say your n squared, your subject plus b, n squared, sorry, which means if we use T1, our T1 in that formula was 2, then which means you're going to say 1 squared plus b in brackets 1 plus c equals to 2. Then which means this implies that b plus c equals to 2 minus 1, which is equals to 1. This is our first equation. You can also pick any. If we pick T, we pick T2. T2 is 9, which means you're going to have n 2 squared plus 2b plus c equals to what is 9. Then your 2b plus 2b plus c equals to 9 minus 4, which is going to give us 5. This is our second equation. So now we can subtract equation 2, you subtract by equation 1. Yeah? Then it's 2b minus b, you're going to get b, which is equals to c minus c is 0. Then it's going to be 5 minus 1, which is 4. You will get b equals to 4. Then you can substitute back b in any of these two equations. If we substitute, it's going to be 4 plus c equals to 1. Then you can see that our c is going to be equals to minus 3. So now we have the value of what? Now we have the value of b, we have the value of c, we also have the value of a. So which means our general formula, our Tn is going to be n squared plus 4n minus 3, which is the same way I was using that simple method. So you can choose which method suit you properly. So after that we have to go to geometric